lights went out on July 13th, and the city showed its teeth, which is either the worst thing or the most honest thing that happened to New York that year, depending on which block you were on, which side or which door, which version of the city you believed in. I was on the roof when it happened, which gave me the whole picture. 30 blocks of darkness moving like something alive and decided. Then the sirens, then the fires, then the particular silence after, which was louder than anything that came before. The city didn't break that night, it just showed what it had always been underneath the lights. Blackout 77, the night New York took off its mask. The talk stopped, the particular dark of 30 blocks, the spark of something true, the cost of a city at the limit, the beautiful and the lost, all at once, every minute of that night. The heat and the dark and the sound of a city on its feet. Still, which is profound, which is New York, which is this? By morning the lights were back, which is either resilience or just the utility company fixing what it broke. Either way, the city was still here, which is the only thing New York has ever needed to prove. 30 blocks of dark, and the city showed its teeth, and the city showed its heart, which are the same thing underneath. Train uptown, which in 1977 means I take my chances with the graffiti and the dark, and the particular smell of a city that's been sweating since June and hasn't stopped, and probably won't until October. Charges cover, the kind that's been playing since before the cover charge existed, the kind that made the cover charge necessary because people will pay for what they can't live without. Uptown they play like the city, depends on it, which it does. Downtown they play like the city, will appreciate it, which it won't. Uptown, downtown, the city, divided by what it knows. Uptown, downtown, the pretty and the necessary. What flows between is the music, which carries both, which belongs to neither, which takes the A train, varies, it stops, arrives in either end of the island. which is New York. I got off at 122, which was either brave or just Tuesday for me, which is either the same thing or not. I've been going uptown since I was 17, which makes me either loyal or just a person who knows where the music is. The A train doesn't care which end you're going to. It just goes, which is the lesson New York has been teaching since the subway opened. Just go. The music is at both ends, which is the whole map of everything worth knowing.
The loft was 2,000 square feet of someone else's factory, which we turned into whatever we needed it to be. Studio on Monday, practice space on Tuesday, recording on Wednesday, sleeping whenever, which is the whole point. The rent was $200 a month, which is why Soho belonged to artists before it belonged to everyone else, which is how cities work. The artists find the cheap space, make it interesting, then can't afford the interesting space they made, which is either tragedy or just economics. But in 1977, it was still cheap, and we were still there. And the music we made in that factory on Spring Street was the realest thing that building ever held. Loft on Spring Street, where we played until the neighbors called, which they did. Every Thursday, the particular trade of creative poverty we hid. The amps under blankets, which helped slightly. The city below us, the brackets of neon and taxi nightly, providing the soundtrack to whatever we were making, which needed that the track of the city underneath, the shaking of the floor, which was the base, which was the building, which was us. By 1979, the rents went up, which is when we scattered to different boroughs with different landlords who didn't know yet what they had, which is always how it ends, which is fine. The factory remembered us the way factories remember everyone who worked inside them with absolute indifference. which is its own kind of keeping.
They called it vandalism, which is one way to describe a 17-year-old turning a subway car into the most colorful thing in a city that had stopped paying attention to color, which it had by 1977. I watched them work one night from the platform at 2 a.m., which is when they came with their cans and their planning, which people forget the planning hours of it, the sketch before the can, the particular attention of people called vandals. The city painted over it every time, which means every time they had to make something new, which is either the harshest criticism or the best art school in New York, which had both graffiti on the A train, the city's argument with itself about what beauty is, the plain truth of a wall, the self expression of someone who had no other wall to write on, the sum of everything. The fall of a city makes the art that comes from having nothing but time and color, the heart of 1977, something from nothing, which is always the whole thing. They're in museums now, which is either vindication or the final irony of a city that couldn't see what it had until it put it behind glass, which is how New York always learns. They rode on the trains because the trains went everywhere, which is the whole argument for making something that the city can't ignore, which it tried, which failed, which is the best outcome for any art. West 52nd Street at 1 in the morning, which in 1977 means you're either looking for trouble or looking for jazz, which is sometimes the same street, different doors.
I found her outside the club, arguing with the doorman about the cover charge, which she was right about.
It was too high, and she was gonna pay it anyway,
which is the particular math
of jazz in New York in 1977. I wasn't gonna pay it,
she paid it,
which is New York, which is right. After midnight on the west side, the music worth the cover charge, the particular inside of somewhere that's large enough to hold everything
the city can't,
the particular ring
of a trumpet at 1 a.m.
that makes the cover charge them
and
us
and the whole worth it,
which is why we paid,
which is why we stayed,
which is New York,
which is
this. We stayed for 3 sets, which is either dedication or the particular inability to leave something true
before it ends,
which is fine,
which is the only honest reason
to stay anywhere past midnight
in New York
in 1977.
She was right about the cover charge,
which I told her at 3 a.m.
walking back to wherever we were going, which was unclear.
but felt correct.
The way things feel correct at 3 a.m.
In New York in 1977,
when the music
is still in your chest. Too high,
worth it,
which is the same thing.
in New York.
Always.
Hey! Oh! I grew up on 38th Street, which means I grew up with the river on one side and everything else on the other. The river doesn't negotiate, the everything else constantly, which is the education of growing up in Harlem. My father played tenor in the clubs on 125th, which is why I played tenor in the clubs on 125th, which is either tradition or the particular gravity of growing up where the music is in the walls, literally. 1977 was a hard year for Harlem, for the city, for everyone who stayed, which was the people who belonged. Harlem River Drive, the road that runs between the river and the neighborhood, the particular mode of somewhere that has always been both water and land, the scene of everything that made the music that the rest of the world eventually paid to hear, which is the world's particular timing, always late but arriving, which the music didn't wait for, didn't negotiate, just played, which is still playing. I still play 125th, not because I have to, but because the room knows my sound the way my father's room knew his, which is the whole of what belonging sounds like from the inside. The river's still there, 13/8 is still there, I'm still there, which is either stubbornness or just home, which are the same thing in Harlem in 1977, in any year.
The city was running out of money, which meant the lights flickered more than they should, which the musicians used as percussion. 1937 was either the end of something or the beginning of something else, depending on whether you had a candle and a horn. Musicians kept playing through every brownout, which is either dedication or the knowledge that the music is the light. The Vanguard has been in that basement since 1935, which means the walls have heard everything that jazz became, from the beginning to wherever. 1977 is in that story, which is either the middle or a very important end.
I've been coming here since 1964,
which means I've been coming here
for 13 years,
which means I know which seat
has the best angle on the piano,
which is either obsessive
or just
knowing what you need and going where it is. The Vanguard doesn't change,
which is why we keep coming,
which is the whole point
of a room
that holds everything. The Village Vanguard, the room that held it all, the particular bloom of every jazz generation
since 1935,
the creation
of what jazz became,
which happened
here on this stage,
which blackened
with smoke,
which held,
which holds
still,
which is the most,
the folds
of history
in one room, which we're in,
which is
now,
which is 1977,
which boom
is already history,
somehow
already,
which is
the Vanguard,
which is
time.
After the set we stayed until they turned the lights up,
which is the Vanguard's way
of saying the evening is over, which it never quite is,
even when the lights are up,
even when the musicians have packed,
even when the room is empty,
not quite,
still hearing it,
still in the room,
which never quite empties,
which is the whole thing.
I drive nights, which means I see the city nobody sees. Not the daytime version, not the tourist version, the 3 a.m. version, which is either the most honest or the most dangerous, depending on the block. Every fair is a story, which I don't always get to hear. Just the beginning where they got in, and the ending where they got out. The middle is theirs, which is fine. I have enough middles of my own to fill the nights I'm driving. The city looks different from the driver's seat, which is either the best view or just the view from here. Cab ride through New York, the particular work of moving people through a city that never sleeps. The quirk of being useful, the through line of every night. The fare that gets in not knowing where exactly, just away from there to somewhere which I'm going already, which is the whole contract motion for hire, which is this city in constant devotion to moving, which is New York. Best fare I ever had was a musician at 4 a.m. heading back to Queens with a saxophone case and no money. I drove him anyway, which is either bad business or just the city asking if you're paying attention. I was. The city pays you to be present at 3 a.m., which is either the best deal or the strangest job description. Either way, I'm here, which is the whole requirement, which the city meets with interest every night without fail.
My apartment had a fire escape, which I used as a second room in summer, which in New York in 1977 means June through September, and sometimes October, when the city refuses to admit the season changed, which it does regularly. I practiced saxophone out there at midnight, which the neighbors tolerated mostly, because the alternative was listening through the wall, which is worse. The fire escape sends the sound up and out into the city, which can take it. New York in 1977 has enough going on to absorb a saxophone at midnight, which is the most generous thing about living here. Fire escape, the second room that every New York apartment has, the particular bloom of living where the rent buys you 4 walls and a metal ladder to the sky, which calls you out, and all the music that the walls couldn't hold, which was everything. By August I knew every fire escape on my block, which is either surveillance or just paying attention. The woman on 5 with the radio, the man on 3 who never spoke but always nodded, the kid on 2 who was learning drums slowly. The fire escape held everything the apartment couldn't, which is the whole metaphor of New York, the extra room that's just outside, which is exactly enough.
The Blue Note in 1977 was not what it is now, which is either progress or the loss of something that can't be explained to people who weren't there, which is the thing about places that change. The before is untranslatable. That I haven't seen since, not because nobody's that good, but because the room was different. The room in 1977 had a particular hunger that audiences bring when the music is all they have. The audience at the Blue Note in 77 wasn't there for the experience. They were there because they needed what the music had, which is different, which changes what the music does. Midnight at the Blue Note, the particular note that hangs in a room where people need it, the remote, and specific bloom of jazz when it's necessary, not decorative. The room full of people who are not there for the ambience, but for the particular chance of something that only happens live, which is everything, the flair of a moment alive, which is midnight, which is here. I go back sometimes to the new version, which is fine. The music is good. The room is comfortable, but the hunger is different, which is either better or just different times, which are always different. The music was the same. The room changed around it, which either is the whole argument of 1977 versus now.
I've been carrying this city since 1952, which is either loyalty or the inability to put it down, which after 25 years feel like the same thing, which might be the definition of home. The city in 77 is heavier than it was, not because it's worse, but because I know it better, which is how weight works. The more you understand something, the more of it you actually carry. 25 years of New York in the body, not the mind. The body keeps it, all of it, every winter, every summer. The weight of a city in the bones, which doesn't feel heavy until you try to leave. The weight of it, the particular, specific gravity of a city that's spectacular and brutal. The cavity it makes in you, which fills with the music that kills, and the kindness that builds, and the beauty which stills, eventually into just the weight which is yours, which is the particular trust of belonging, the floors of it, the depths, the low register of 25 years, which is what I know, which is what I carry, which clears nothing, which holds everything. I tried to explain it once to someone who just arrived, who had that look, the particular brightness of someone who hasn't carried it yet. I didn't try to warn her, just said it gets heavier, which she took as a threat, which was a promise. The weight is not the burden, it's the proof that you've been here long enough for the city to trust you with its actual gravity, which it doesn't give to everyone, which is the gift.
My neighborhood was 78th and Broadway, which in 1977 meant you were between two cities. The money moving in uptown, the trouble moving in downtown, and everything else just trying to exist in the particular middle, which we did. The bodega on the corner knew my order at 7 a.m., which is either the luxury of being a regular or the necessity of being broke enough that your order doesn't change. Either way, the coffee was perfect. 1977, Upper West Side, not yet what it became, still what it was, which is the window before the window closes, which you don't know is a window until it's a wall. 78th and Broadway, the corner that defined my particular New York, the morning and the particular coffee and the particular trouble of the time and the particular music from the bodega, mine for those years, which are now entirely in the past, which is what makes them are what they were, which lasts, which is mine, which is enough. I walked past it last year, which is 47 years later. The bodega is a pharmacy now, the building is condos. The corner is the same corner, which is either the saddest thing or proof that some things hold even when everything around them changes. The corner held, the coffee didn't, the music didn't, the particular New York of 1977 didn't. Which is correct, which is how it should be, which doesn't make it easier.
to the East River when the city gets to be too much, which in 1977 is frequently the river. Doesn't have an opinion about the fiscal crisis or the crime rate, or whether the city survives, which is either indifference or the long view, depending on how long you think a river thinks. The East River has been here since before the city, and will be here after, which puts the fiscal crisis in perspective. The river doesn't care if New York makes it, which is the most comforting thing about the river, and the most terrifying. East River, the particular wide of something that doesn't need you, the particular guide of somewhere that sees through everything the city thinks matters, which the river has watched the links of history, the shiver of whatever the city was in each decade, the pretty and the crisis, the gritty and the comeback, the city arguing with itself, the river not arguing, just there. By 1977 I'd figured out that the river was right, not about anything specific, just in its approach, which is exist, regardless, which is the only correct response to New York, which the river demonstrates. The river was here before and will be here after, which is not consolation, just fact, which is the river's particular gift to people who need something that doesn't need them back, which in 1977 was everyone.
Bebop at 3 a.m. is either the best idea or the only idea left after everything else has been tried, which at 4 a.m. in a loft in Soho in 1977 is most things, which leaves bebop, which is fine, which is right. The changes move faster than the conversation, which is why we play when the conversation runs out, not because we have nothing to say, but because bebop says it faster and more accurately than whatever we were trying to say. 4 a.m. and the city is quiet enough to hear the particular argument that bebop makes with itself, which is the most New York sound there is. Bebop at 4 a.m., the particular sound of people who are still awake, spectacular, and slightly insane. The bar set impossibly high at impossibly late, which is the point, the why of bebop. The create, something so fast and so precise that only the present can hold it but twice. As difficult, the choice of doing the impossible thing rather than the easy, which is the whole voice of New York, the breezy impossible, which is always here. We played until dawn, which nobody planned, which is how the best things happen in New York. You don't plan the playing until dawn, you just don't stop, which is either discipline or the inability to stop both. The sun came up on whatever we made at 4 a.m. in that loft, which the sun does regardless, which is the city's most honest quality. It continues whether or not you're finished. In 1977, everyone said New York was finished, which the city noted and ignored, which is the most New York response to anything. Note it, ignore it, continue, which the city did.
I watched it from my particular corner of the borough, which was either the best seat or just where I happened to be when history was happening, which is how most people experience history, from their corner while it happens around them.
The city said it was finished,
The city kept going,
which is the whole argument, which New York wins always.
New York will survive
This and everything after
the particular drive,
of somewhere that suffered.
and kept playing.
The music,
Didn't stop in 77,
the city didn't,
acoustic
or electric 7
days a week. The trains ran, graffiti and all.
The music remained in every loft and hall and club and corner and fire escape.
The city survived
Which is the corner
of every New York story, gritty.
and alive, which is still this. The city made it, which we knew it would, which everyone knew it would, even while they said it wouldn't,
Which is the particular faith
of people who live here
we complain about the city.
while betting everything on it.
The music kept playing,
The city kept moving,
which is the same thing.
which is New York, which is 1977, which is still